Hello and welcome. I'm Daphne, one of the two creators of TAP, Training as an Agile Project. You'll meet Gabriella in one of the next videos. So what is TAP? It's a modular professional development course for language teachers and trainers, built around 8 practical modules. It's designed to help you teach with more clarity, more flow, and honestly, a bit more peace of mind too. So what will you get out of it? As you move through TAP, you'll discover a fresh way of approaching training, one that makes your work feel more intentional and more manageable. Here's what we're aiming for. You'll gain clarity by setting stronger objectives, planning in clear segments, and making learning visible with simple progress check-ins. And you'll add value to your sessions by involving learners more. So learning feels more meaningful, not just more content. And you learn and grow because if you're here, you're probably the kind of teacher who actually enjoys reflecting, experimenting, and improving. The ripple effects are real too. More impact on the learning experience, stronger client satisfaction, and naturally, better return on investment for both you and your learners, which often leads to renewed business. As you go through the modules, you'll be reflecting and experimenting with ideas. Some may feel brand new, others might feel familiar but approached differently. Either way, our hope is that the time and energy you invest will lead to a real shift in your practice and even in your posture as a trainer. To make the journey easier to follow, we've organized the modules into 2 stages. Stage 1 introduces a teaching framework inspired by Agile project management. And stage 2 is where we bring that framework to life through what we like to call the human magic, through human connection and human relationships. So stage 1, the framework. Module 1 is the kickoff. It's the start of the course or the project. And it's a crucial moment because it sets the tone for everything that follows. It's where you build a relationship, create the team feeling, and get aligned on goals. You look at expectations, roles, and constraints, because when those are clear, you save time, energy, and misunderstandings later. Once you've done that, what comes next? Module 2 is planning the common project. This is where you set direction with your learner based on real parameters, current skills, goals, time frame, logistics, feasibility. You'll explore questions like, what outcome are we aiming for? What are the milestones? What's realistically achievable in the given time frame? Planning is great, but where do you actually start? Module 3 is sprints. Instead of seeing a course as one long stretch, Agile breaks it into smaller chunks or sprints, each with its own goal. That way, learners can see where they are going, track progress more easily, and make adjustments without waiting until the end. You'll explore how to structure sprints, define success, and measure learning in a way that feels motivating rather than heavy. And now we've talked about framework and process, but what about you? Module 4 is trainer impact. The first 3 modules focus on the structure, and this one brings in the human side. Your behavior, your language, your posture, and your role as the project manager of the learning journey. Technique matters, but so does presence. Stage 2, the human magic in action. Now we go deeper. Module 5 is drivers, what actually gets people to take action. We look at motivation, what shapes it, what boosts it, and what quietly kills it. And we look at metacognition, helping learners reflect on how they learn, what works best for them, and what strategies they can build on. Once learning is underway, how do you know you're on track and that learning is actually happening? This is Module 6, Evidence of Learning. Effective teaching includes monitoring, not in a stressful way, just regular check-ins that show progress and performance. It helps learners to see where they are compared to their goals and decide what the next steps should be. Another major influence on progress is the quality of feedback, though we prefer the term feed forward. This is Module 7. Feed forward adds something more important, a focus on the future. It's practical, brain-friendly, constructive, and it supports learners by highlighting strengths and showing how to grow from here. And finally, closure. Often rushed, sometimes skipped, but incredibly valuable. Module 8 is the debrief. It's a moment to review, to take stock, and celebrate progress. It's also where you measure the journey taken, identify effective learning practices, milestones, and clear next steps. So that's TAP in a nutshell. We hope this has sparked your curiosity. This is a learning journey for you, and we'll do everything we can to make it practical, supportive, and genuinely memorable. Ready for kickoff?